A tax lien sale is actually an auction. I've put together a short series so you can binge watch, learn, and quickly become an investor in tax lien certificate. These videos are for beginners and experienced investors. At first, it sounds like it's too good to be true. However, once you dive into this process, you'll find it's not difficult to understand. This business has been available throughout the United States for over 200 years. All 1,500 Arizona counties will sell tax lien certificates. So today, our emphasis is on Maricopa County. Of course, protecting your assets and caring for your family is always the number one priority. Tax liens, or really tax lien certificates, are predictable, they're certain, and they're a secure investment. Tax lien certificates protect your money. You invest with the local government, and you purchase a certificate that creates an ROI. That's all capitals, ROI, return on investment. You're purchasing an income stream from a piece of paper called a tax lien certificate. Now, I know what you want to do. You want to profit for your family, you want to build security, and you want to make as much money as possible. So what do I say? I say, let's dig your well before you get thirsty. That phrase was coined by Harvey Mackay. So let's do that right now. Of course, you're worrying about the future. What are the bureaucrats doing with your money? Probably spending and maybe even wasting your money. Of course, some of you know that's just like the government. They're printing money and inflating money. That means everything will be costing more in the future. Now, Maricopa County tax lien certificates earn up to 16%. When you're thinking about an investment, you're thinking about return on investment, and that's what that 16% is all about. Arizona certificates pay an outrageous rate, and they'll double your money. Well, basically, 16% will double your money every 4.5 years. Now, compare that with 1% at the bank. It's going to take you decades to double your money. If you have an IRA, an individual retirement account, you're probably only getting 2 or 3% in that retirement account. Compare that with an outrageous 16% on a Maricopa tax lien certificate. My point is, if you don't have a lucrative strategy and plan, it's probably time to get something down on paper and take a close look at these safe, secure investments where you can invest in the local government and receive your money in return, get high interest rates. If you're worried about the future, these certificates could build a generous retirement program. Now, according to the Social Security Administration, over 10,000 new people every day start receiving Social Security checks, and they will receive those checks for the rest of their life. You better start thinking about how you're going to save money. I'm sure you have an opinion about that. I can assure you the government will print more money and continue with inflation. That inflation is a huge burden on the people. Inflation is going to make the future cost of everything much higher. I'm on a mission to show newcomers how to enjoy high returns in over 1,500 local counties across the United States. Maricopa County will sell tax lien certificates online and offline, and in my next video, I'll discuss how you can buy those certificates, which are also sold over the counter. That means there's no real bidding take place because you'll be there by yourself. Maricopa County surrounds the city of Phoenix. It's the highest population county in the state. They usually have anywhere from 10,000 certificates to sell all the way up to 30,000. These certificates are also available in 14 other counties. I can tell you from over 30 years experience, 95 to 97% of those certificates will be paid off in 3 years. More than likely, you're going to be paid off the full amount of the certificate plus the high interest rate. Let me tell you a couple of things you don't want to do. There are 2 mistakes I don't want you to make. Mistake number 1, don't buy a tax lien certificate if you haven't looked at that property. In the Maricopa County, this is really a piece of cake, okay? All you have to do to first start your research is go to the Geographical Information System, which is a mapping system where you'll find dozens of property statistics, and in many cases, you'll see overview of the property, many different overviews, and be able to do a complete research. Then you can drive by and have boots on the ground and have done your research. Sometimes the county website will have pictures, which are rarely dated. Who knows when the pictures were taken? You need to have boots on the ground. Okay, mistake number 2. If you're going to bid at an auction, it's important to know what the property is worth. That means you're going to establish an exit strategy. Know what that property would sell for. Don't get involved in a tax lien certificate if you don't know what you're going to sell the property for. You must know what your estimated selling price is. Although I've said earlier, and you know now, and everyone understands, 95 to 97% of all these certificates will pay you. But if you don't get paid, you'll have to sell the property. What if your tax lien certificate defaults and doesn't pay? What are you going to do with the property? If you know an exit strategy, you won't be caught off guard. Every real estate course says buy low, spend months fixing up the property. That sounds good, but where's all that money going to come from? I don't do that. I like to buy and quickly resell. To buy and repair requires significant investment. Arizona State is where many investors begin their investment career. They begin with tax lien certificates because 95 to 97% of those certificates will pay you 100% return and that high interest rate. Many investors are surprised when they investigate these rules. The rules are formulated by the Arizona State Legislature. It's a big surprise when they find out that it's a reverse auction for all certificates in the state of Arizona. Most viewers learn about auctions when they go to a car auction or personal property auction, and they realize highest bidder wins. All right, but that isn't the way it works in Arizona. Arizona mandates the highest rate is 16%. All bids after 16% must go lower. That means it's a reverse bidding process. For example, 16%, the next bid is 15.5. The subsequent bid after that will be 15. That means it's a reverse auction. Lowest bidder wins the tax lien certificate. The next video in this series is all about how to buy over the counter. It surprises most people to find out it's a simple system, but it can be quite profitable.